Please, again, lovely, warm and welcome for Gill G. Keep it going, keep it going.
Hello. So I'm Gill, and before we get started, I'll give you a little bit of a warning. As an aging menopausal comedian, at times my humour might be a little bit dry. So I'm a single mum of 3 adult sons, right? And this makes for some really interesting conversations, right? So one of my sons recently asked me if I'd buy him condoms. That wasn't the punchline, but thanks. I was actually over the moon with this conversation, right? Not just because he's having safe sex, but because he felt okay to come and talk to me about it. Said, well done, son. Proud of you. Gave him a little fist bump. Said, honey, it's been a while. What size do we need to buy you? Large, he said. Bless him. Said, listen, son, you know it's not like when we used to go school uniform shopping, don't you? You're not going to grow into it. I'm loving that laugh. And the cost of living crisis isn't so bad yet that I need you to get your wear out of it and pass it on to your little brother. That's brilliant. Oh, God. So I've actually recently retired. Thank you. I mean, I say retired. What I've actually done is quit a really well-paid job as a therapist to follow my dreams of being a comedian, which is probably better described as a midlife crisis. But before I finished, right, I had a phone call with a young lady and she said to me, Gill, I've got something to tell you. You're going to be so proud of me. She said, last night I made my boyfriend come with a blowjob for the first time ever. Are you proud of me? Yeah? Well done. She said, honey, I need some advice. When he comes, what am I supposed to do? Well, I panicked at this point because I'm thinking she's asking me the question. The question that all the blowjob givers in the room at some point have had to consider. At crucial moments, do you do this? Or do you do that? You swallowed at the wrong moment then. Totally. Oh, God. Oh. I posed myself. I said, right, I had a bit of a panic, so I said, right, I need to think about this. I'll ring you back, right? Now, there are rules as a therapist. You're not allowed to cause any harm. You've got to work to your knowledge and your experience. So naturally, the first thing I did was Google, do blowjobs cause harm? And as it turns out, you're not allowed to do that at work. I did learn, though, that the average mouthful of cum is 21 calories. Somebody else told me that they're a great way of getting rid of your double chin, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he was lying to me. I then had to consider whether I've got the relevant experience. Sadly, yes, I do. I have given hundreds and hundreds of blowjobs. Thank you. I do, however, have a gap in my CV, right? I didn't give any blowjobs. I didn't give any blowjobs for about 5 years, right? But in my defence, I was married. I did realise, though, right, that I do what I think a lot of people do, in that I would train my partner to give me a strategically timed tap on the head. So I don't have to make this decision. And every now and then, if he's really good, I'll reward him by saying something like, "Ooh, baby, come on my face, it's so hot." It is not hot. But 21 calories is a rich tea finger. And frankly, sometimes I'd rather have a biscuit. As I'm telling you this joke, in my eye line over here, I have got my 19-year-old nephew. Who's never been to see me do stand-up before. Oh, it's all right, Ryan. If it's any consult... Well, your mum's had way more cock than me, honestly. It's fine. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. Anyway. Talking of biscuits, right? I've been on a bit of a weight loss journey. I've actually lost about 70 pounds. Thank you. Thank you. And people keep saying to me, "Aren't you worried about all the loose skin, Gill?" No, I am not worried about all the loose skin. Do you know what I am worried about, though? Something I have to really think carefully about, be really picky about. It's the faces that I'm sitting on. Because now I can see them. But what I've realised is, right, I've got a bit of a weird thing for eyebrows. Like, I really don't like anyone who's got a very well-groomed pointy eyebrow. Because there's nothing more off-putting than looking down and seeing someone who looks surprised to be there. Honestly, like you men, sometimes you like it when we look up and make eye contact. When I look down, all I see is a cry for help. I have got a bit of a disaster of a love life, I have to say, right? Couple of examples of this. My ex-husband called me the wrong name at the altar. Seriously. And then I had to get rid of another bloke after I caught him going dogging. Honestly. And it wasn't even him that had invited me. These days, I actually spend an awful lot of time around females. I've got lots of really good female friends. And we're all syncing up in various ways. But my friend Mel and I have realised recently that for months and months and months, to the exact same day, we've synced up our monthly deliveries from Love Honey. No. And for Valentine's this year, we both bought ourselves the same rose. Right. Does anybody know what a rose is? Do you know what? I can see people's faces and they never admit to having one because I know yourself. So a rose is a new kind of sex toy. It's an oral sex simulator, a.k.a. clit sucker. If you don't have one, go and get one. Telling you. Oh, if this thing could just make me a coffee. Never do it again. Yeah. The only thing is, right, it's really, really noisy. Like, really noisy. Like, I can't get away with pretending I'm brushing my teeth anymore. It sounds a little bit like a drill slurping a milkshake. You know. You know. So I've had to come up with something to disguise the noise. And I have found something. I've solved the problem. And I have put the tumble dryer in my bedroom. My sons now think my new favourite hobby is doing the laundry. You lot have been lovely, so I need to finish up because we're running out of time. But I'll leave you with one last thing, is that I often talk about my disaster of a love life, right? But it hasn't all been bad. Sometimes you meet a really nice guy when you least expect it. I dated an amazing guy with a micro penis. I just never saw him coming. Thank you.
Gill, everyone.